Hello everybody, Booker Player 1 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Deadly Premonition. Let's talk to Brian. Bad seeds. I won't touch them. Probably a good idea there, Bri. We'll grab some of these tomatoes. And we're going to go ahead and go finish talking to Harry. We've got some evidence to show him. Figured out his little game. We could warp to his mansion, but I'm going to drive a little bit to see if we can get some more York dialogue. Thank God the general got our car to be indestructible. Must be the wax he uses.
Anyway, Zach, there aren't many young women left in this town. Even Emily could be targeted next. We can't rule that out. All the more reason to catch the Raincoat Killer ASAP. And that means working closely together. We can work out the Emily situation later. Don't get me wrong, Zach. I mean, I'm not interested in Emily because she's female or anything. I'm just saying she's interesting. You know, as in interesting person. But by looking at her, she reminds me of something I used to feel. That's all. Like back when I first met you. You know, that feeling we all used to feel back when we were kids. Feeling safe while also feeling a need to protect. That kind of feeling. But Zach, who made me feel that back then? Anyways, we're getting closer one step at a time to cracking this case. I have a feeling it's going to get tough.
That is sadly the end of the Traveling York dialogue. All about punk rock and do we like Emily. We're going to pop another safety save.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside. Mr. Francis York Morgan, please proceed to Mr. Stewart's room. There he awaits you, I shall assume.
Does Michael have anything new to say? It says he does.
Yes?
No, he said this last time. We got paid for hearing it again, though, so I guess we're not mad. So just like last time, we have another puzzle to solve here. I keep saying it, the puzzles of this game are not hard. We have 3 sonatas, 14, 23, and 26. And again, you can see it leaning on Resident Evil a little bit. If you're part of the horror gaming community, you are probably familiar with the Moonlight Sonata and its reference as a solution to a puzzle in the first Resident Evil game. So, nice little thing to see it here. So, nice save room. In here, though, we have a can of pineapples. And this is an infinitely respawning can of pineapples. So if you are just the worst puzzle solver ever, you have a room you can go to sleep and eat until you can work out what the answer is. And if I had a nickel for every time I played a spooky game where you could get food out of a toilet, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. This door is very locked. Not this door. It's, well, okay, then it's gotta be. Not this either, I don't think. Yeah. So the puzzle here is we have a giant grid of numbers with statues on them. And the solution, if it's not obvious, is we need to slide the statues onto the corresponding spots on the grid so they match up with the numbers on the music stands. That being 14, 23, and 26. And this is another one of the things where, and you're going to hear a lot of this as we do the back end of the game, there's just a lot of decisions they made and choices and design things that are just like, why? Why is it like this? So, solution very obvious, but it takes so long because we have to push the statues over one spot. The puzzle is nice enough that whenever you do push a statue onto a correct spot, like it stops, it lights up, it lets you know, like, hey, this is the right one. But a mere small little obstacle for us who have mastered the art of pushing stuff thanks to our stint as a stock boy at the milk barn. This is nothing for someone with the pushing skills that we have. That being said, there's not a lot to say about this. We're going to push the statues onto the right spots and then proceed with the game. And with that, we can finally proceed. Does anyone else have one of those parts of a game, like not like a hard boss or anything like that, or like a difficult section or like a really scary part? I mean, one of those where it's like, I know what I need to do here, I know the solution, it's not difficult to do, but man, is it time consuming. There's a lot of that in these last couple of chapters. Just stuff that wants to eat up your time. We can smash that lock off. It leads back to the main area where we started. If you wanted to go back out there for some reason. I don't know why you would, but see, you can. This room, I think, just has an agent honor in it, but we'll grab it. No reason not to. And again, we just what a giant fuck you to poor people. We have this. Yeah, I have an entire room in my house that is a closet, which has me like, bro, like your closet is what I'm paying rent money for every month, like that size. Nice closet, I guess. All the way down here. I think this is, yep, just not even openable. We're gonna finally go have a little talk with Harry. Now that we have found the seeds. Also, get ready for a very lengthy cutscene.
Harry, turns out what you said was true, and I'd like to hear more.
York, as you know, there's a powerful mystery surrounding these seeds. You've seen them at those other murders that took place elsewhere. And you've seen them deeply involved with the murders in this town as well.
That's right. But how do you know all this?
York, you must be younger than you look. Youngsters tend to hurry so much that they let things slip right past them. What you need to do is slow this down a bit. That way you'll see what's really important. Let me tell you a story. 50 years ago, when the war was over, just about when the communist Reds started to become a rising threat, our town constructed a huge clock tower. Then, soon afterwards, a serial killer wearing a red raincoat went on a killing spree.
The legend of the Raincoat Killer? Stop playing games with me, Harry. That's nothing more than folklore. The FBI has no such record of a multiple homicide case in this town.
York, Anna, Becky, and now Diane. Their deaths are real, not folklore, not legend. The Raincoat Killer is also real. But under a strict gag order, the mass murder case was never made public. In fact, one could say that it was completely erased from history. Tell me, who do you think would be able to do something like that?
The military.
Very good. A model student.
But if there are no records about it, then how do you know it really happened?
Good question, York. Why would I know this? The answer is very simple. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. The brutal killer himself. But we can talk about the details of that encounter another time. What we need to talk about is your Raincoat Killer. The new Raincoat Killer, if you will. The new Raincoat Killer. Yes, let's call him that. After all, he's not the real one. What you want human imagination can lead to tragedy sometimes. Someone linked the red seeds to the serial killer legend and said, if you eat the red seeds and then kill someone, you will become immortal. This new fabricated legend was passed on from one to the next, evolving, changing every time, like a rumor. Some may have actually taken the seeds to try them out, to prove the legend, that is. York, the red seeds you have found from those other murders, they all came from this town, together with that one evil rumor. People on the other side of the planet may have heard of it by now, and new seeds might be growing in different parts of the world.
So you're saying that the series of cases I've been following are all linked to this town? That's interesting, Harry. But there's no evidence to support that story. None of the criminals we caught for the other murders ever mentioned anything like that.
It's your job, your role and duty to look into that, York. Now, the game must go on. You know I said that the incident 50 years ago was totally erased? Well, not quite. Records still exist in the sheriff's office. The old sheriff back then hated the military and did his own investigation. I need you to bring those documents here to me. Once you've done that, I'll tell you everything I know.
Okay, it's worth a look. And we may as well let the old man have his fun.
And that will be the end of the video. I know this one was kind of short, but if I attacked any more on, we'd have like a 40-minute video on our hands, so here we are. Until next time, everybody stay safe.